Hello everybody, my name is DrawingKid1313 and welcome to episode 13 of my Let's Play series. So last time we left off with that little auto-smelting system that we have there, and we have like the machines crafted and whatnot, but we still have to set everything up. So I think that's what we're going to do today. So there's a lot to do and I don't want to waste any time. So let's go ahead and get started now. So let me get everything I need and then I'll be right back. Alright? So the way that we're going to have this, I think we're going to have our little water supply right here. And then we have our deployer right here, placed in such a manner. And then we have our retriever placed like this. And basically the way I'm kind of doing, like I'm placing everything weird because I don't feel like going to get my screwdriver because I'm just lazy. So then we have our filter and we put it right there. And I think that's how everything is supposed to be. And then we simply just block that off. That'll be blocked off eventually. And all shall be good. Now let's go ahead and hook our bat box up to our thing that we have right here. Alright, so we have this. Just have that right there. Run it up like so. And hopefully it's getting some type of power. Cool. Oops. Alright. So, alright, that looks pretty good. We have to craft up a few more things. First off, we need some pneumatic tubes. That way we can transport all this stuff. And we also need the water mills, which are pretty easy to craft. I need some generators and some sticks and wood. I'm just kind of making the floor look pretty. How is our retrievers getting power? Alright, well, I assume that works, but anyway, let me get a few of the materials that I'm going to need in order to craft everything, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back here. Remember those brass ingots that I cooked up in my alloy furnace? Well, I cooked up a few more of them, and we're going to make something with them. So if we put two on the sides, just like that, and we put some glass in the middle, we get pneumatic tubes. These pneumatic tubes, they serve the same purpose as like basic buildcraft pipes do, only they work a little bit different. Like basically they transport items from one place to another, but they're a little bit different and they're used more with red power, if you haven't noticed already. So if I put that right there, yeah, it connects to these two machines. This is the output of this machine, and then it's going into here, which I will show you what exactly all this does in a minute. But for right now, I think what I'm going to do is just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the, I don't know, I think I want this to be like flush with the ground. Hold on. Let me go ahead and break all these. And then this. Excuse me. And let's just make it go underground. That way we save a little bit of room and make it a little bit neater. Alright, so I lay down here. There's 5 spots for it to go basically. And I think I may even need to move this over one more. Because on top of these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my water mills. And basically this is where the, now I'll explain everything to you now. This deployer, when a redstone signal is applied to it, it acts as if you right-click on it with whatever you have in your inventory. So for example, if you have an empty bucket in here, and you apply a redstone signal to it, and it has water in here, which we'll put eventually, it will right click on the water source block that's right here with the empty bucket, giving you a bucket of water. And then this is going to be set up so that it retrieves, I don't really know what that is, but I'm just going to have it like that. This is going to be set up so that it retrieves buckets of water from here. So it'll retrieve buckets of water, the output is right here, and it'll send it through our little our tubes right here, and it'll go into the closest available inventory, which will be the water mills. So, you know, the water mills, they'll be on top of these things, and the reason why I can't have this exactly like this, because this will attach to our water mill right here, but I might be able to fix that just with a simple stone cover or whatever, you know. So let's go ahead and get a stone cover from over here. Stone covers, we have a few. Oh look, I already have a timer. I believe I made this timer when I was experimenting with something or other. I completely forget what I was experimenting with, but I have a timer. Anyway, a timer is made with 3 stone wires, which are made with just redstone and these stone wafers, which I think I showed you guys, I'm pretty sure. If not, I'm sorry. Basically just put a piece of stone in and you smelt it and it gets you a stone wafer. And then a stone pointer, which is stone wafer, redstone torch, and a piece of stone on top. And then the stone cathode, which is just a wafer and redstone torch on top. And then lastly, these stone anodes, which are 3 stone wafers on the bottom and then 4 redstone on top like that. Excuse me. So you know, that gets us our timer. We're also going to need this red alloy wire that I'm pretty sure that I showed you how. And then we're going to get our screwdriver just in case we screw up. Sounds pretty cool. Let's go ahead over here. And upstairs I have a little assembly line going so that I could show you how to make these water mills. So as you can see, I have my batteries right here. Just going to grab all 5 of them because I want to make 10 water mills, and since water mills are like you get 2 from 1 recipe, I guess you would say, so I only need 5 generators. And then we have our 5 furnaces, and then over in here we have our furnaces that we put right there to get our iron furnaces. And then right here we have our iron furnaces, our refined iron, and our rechargeable batteries. And then we have 5 generators. And then right here, the last step is, looks like shift click doesn't work. We have, you know, wooden planks and the sticks, and that gets us water mills. So like I said, we just have 10 of those, which works perfectly. Like how I did that, that was pretty fast, pretty convenient. I thought that's a nice way of showing you guys what I'm making without taking up too much time in the video. So yeah, what we're going to do is, first off, we're going to put our cover right there, because the way it works is, let me just put one of these water mills down. And I did experiment with this in the test world just to make sure I was doing everything right. So there's 2 slots right here. This one is where the water buckets will go, and what it'll do is it'll fill up this little thing, which will produce the energy that, you know, we're going to have. So the water buckets, they have to be, like, if you're using pipes, they have to go in through the bottom. If it goes in through the sides or through the top, it'll go in this top slot, which is where like a battery or something that you recharge would go. So that's not exactly what we want to do. So if we put a stone cover there, this doesn't connect to the side, and it's only connected through the bottom. So that works well. Go ahead and put our things down. And there we go. Pretty cool. Now these output at fairly low frequency, so what we could do is we could use that ultra low current cable that's just made out of tin, and that'll just be perfect for our needs. So we go ahead and get, I actually think I may have some in here. Yep, I have 7, but I need a few more, so let's go ahead and get some tin. Oops. Alright, and then let's go ahead and craft it up. Let's put this back. Stone cover. I can put these electronic circuits back. I don't really know why I have those. I'll need those eventually. And oh yeah, we're going to need something. Obviously, since we're producing some industrial craft power, we need somewhere to store this. Let's put our coal dust in there. I don't know why I have that in there either. And then let's go ahead and put our excuse me again. Let's go ahead and put our ingots back. So everything looks good. Let's go ahead and craft up these cables. Alright, so we got that, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use an MFE. That way, oh wow, we have a crap load of sugar canes. I'll probably have to do something about that next episode, won't I? Before we have an overflow. Which I think if we have an overflow, I'll just go to my misc junk chest. But I'm not completely sure on that. So, it's dark out. Let's go ahead and sleep so that no creepers blow up in my face. There we go. Thirsty again. I hear skeleton dying. Probably on top of my roof. Is it? I don't know. So yeah, over here we're just gonna attach our ultra low current cables on the top like so. Just like that. And let's think of a good place to have this MFE. I think what I'm going to do is just simply put it like right there. I think that's a good place for it, like right there. I think I'll have it. And then I'll have these wires kind of concealed under this flooring. Have to make it look pretty. Oh, I'll need to go one layer deeper, won't I? Okay. It's all good. So, now I trapped myself in the hole. Let's go ahead and run our cables down like this. And then across like that, and then up right there. And then we can go ahead and still be trapped in here. Let's go ahead and cover all this up. Just for aesthetic purposes. I mean, I'm not really going to be traveling inside this room or anything, but, you know, never hurts to make things look pretty. And I have a text message. Sorry guys, hold on. I don't really feel like pausing the recording, so I'm just gonna answer this. Looks like I'm going to the mall today. Woohoo! So yeah, we have that. Let's go ahead and hurry up and make this MFE that we have right here. Collect these bones. Throw them in our sorting chest. There we go. Alright, so like I said, we need... Do I have enough for... Yep. Just need 4 diamonds. And I need a little bit more redstone. And there we go. So we have diamonds, we have redstone, and don't we need like a machine block or something? Alright, so let's go over here, and let's eat before I starve to death. Alright, so let's go ahead and craft up these, I have another text message. Let's go ahead and craft up these, energy crystals, right there. Perfect. Put our redstone in this chest, and let's go ahead and get some refined iron, which I cooked up a whole bunch last time I had to cook things up. So I have 8 refined iron. We also need some copper cables, which we only need 2. And then let's go ahead and craft this up. Hopefully I'm remembering this recipe correctly. So we have our machine block, we have our copper cables, and then we have our energy crystals, and this gets us an MFE. Now, in the older versions of advanced machines, the way it worked is they could accept any type of power output. I mean, you could hook up a cosmic reactor to this thing, and it would do just fine. But now they changed it so that you can't use just any old, so that you can't do any kind of power, or you can't hook up any kind of power to it. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to craft up another one of those low voltage transformers for ourselves. So I'm going to put that with the output facing this way, and then let me go ahead and get some empty buckets, as long as some water buckets, and we'll go ahead and see how this thing runs. So I will be right back. Alright, so I'm back here. As you can see, I got myself 3 buckets of water, and then just a whole bunch of empty buckets. Along with that, I also have some copper cables, and I have some low voltage, or I have 1 low voltage transformer. So let's go ahead and put all this stuff down. first off, let's go ahead and put our buckets of water in here. So you have one, and I probably only need 2 buckets, but oh well. So this is an infinite water source as long as it's pulled out the middle. As you can see, I take one and it fills back. So it's an infinite water source. Pretty cool, right? Now we're just gonna put our buckets in there, and eventually I'll put more. There's a lot more room for more. That sounded weird. I don't know why. Anyway, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to place down our low voltage transformer, and I'm hoping this is the right way. Looks like it. This seems like yeah. So the way this is working is the high power input is on this side, then the low power is everywhere else. Next we have our copper cables, which I may need more. Oh, I didn't want to break that, did I? Good thing I don't like lose it or anything when I break it. So we're just gonna dig down like that, and then we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, and it looks like I got the perfect amount. So awesome. Now we just seal up this floor so it doesn't look quite as ugly. And yeah, we can't really do anything about that. Oh well, I'll just leave it. And then we make that look pretty. And so I believe we have everything set up. The only thing that we need to do is place down our timer and red alloy wire. So we want our timer to be, I don't know, where do we want our timer to be? Let's go ahead and just make this a flat area. And then let's go ahead and put our timer down right there. So as you can see, it's turning, and right now, well, you could change the interval to anything you want, all the way down to 0.2 seconds, all the way up to like hours, and if you really wanted to. But anyways, I think, what was it? I think 1 second works well with this system. So as you can see, we have our buckets in here. Now we're actually going to need 1 bucket, because like I said, this is going to be pulsed. It's going to take a thing of water and it's going to fill up the empty buckets. This is going to pull out the buckets of water, which we're going to tell it that it has to pull out the buckets of water by putting one in right there. And then, well, I guess it would be of use to hook this up, wouldn't it? So the way this is going to work is this is going to pull the empty buckets out, and we need our pneumatic tubes again. Because what's going to happen is the water bucket's going to land in there. It's going to fill this up sometime, and then it's going to be an empty bucket. So this has to pull the empty buckets, which is going to lead back into our deployer. So for right now, we're just going to use one of our levers, which I don't know why I just got one, and we're just going to turn that off. And let's go ahead and get our pneumatic tubes, because I forgot that part. Oh, they're not up here. They're over here. Duh. What was I getting? Pneumatic tubes. So let's go ahead and get, not a knockgate, pneumatic tubes. There we go. So we're just gonna run back over here. Go out of our door, try not to get slowed down by these vines, and then we're going to hook these pneumatic tubes up just like that. Which we're going to need another stone cover, aren't we? Because we don't want this to go in there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get a stone cover. I think that just snuck into my house. Yep, it sure did. That was weird. I'm like just going over to my house and then I see the door open. I'm like, someone's breaking into my house. But no, it's just an ocelot. No worries. So what were we getting? We were getting a stone cover. We only need one. So let's go ahead and get one. Run over here. Go out our door. And I don't really know what I'm going to do with that ocelot. I'll probably just tame it and keep it as a pet. There we go. And we have our cover right there, and then we have our pneumatic tubes just like that. So this is set up to pull out the empty buckets, this is set up to pull out the water buckets, and all should be working. All we have to do is hook up our redstone wiring, which just with it being on the top of these machines, it will work. Let's go ahead and turn on our machine, and hold on. Alright, so I'm back here. I'm not really sure if you could hear that, but that was my obnoxious siblings screaming at the top of their lungs. But anyway, taking a little look at this, I realized that I set it up kind of backwards. So let's go ahead and fix that. Now the reason why I had to make a filter and a retriever instead of just two filters is because a filter has to be right next to the inventory that is pulling things out of. So it cannot pull things out of if it's not next to anything directly. Like for example, if it was right next to one of these, then it would be able to pull it out. But since it's not right next to it, it can't because, yeah. Now a retriever, and this is the reason why I made this, it can pull things out of anywhere of any inventory along the little system that we have here. So let me go ahead and just disable that so it's not as annoying. And I also disabled Industrial Craft 2 noises. Thought it was kind of obnoxious. Let's go down here and let's go ahead and fix our little mistake here. And actually we're going to need more these blue alloy wirings. Or blue alloy wires, that is. So let's just run. I still have that ocelot snuck into my house, trying to steal my stuff. I know what you're up to. So we go ahead and get that, and then let's go back and fix my mistake. So I must not have been thinking when I placed these down or something. Who knows? So yeah, like I said, the filter is gonna go right like that, so that the output is right there, and then the retriever is going to be placed in such a manner, not like that, but I was prepared and I brought my screwdriver with me. So it has to be oriented like that. So this is going to be kind of difficult to get around. So we have that. Nope. We have this. There we go. So we have to hook up the wire to this thing right here. So we hook that up and it's getting power. Awesome. So we did that much right. Let's go ahead and get out of this hole. And we could probably just go ahead and cover those things up. And still getting power and whatnot. Ugh, just trying to get myself out of this hole. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Alright, so as you can see we have power in here. Let's rehook our red alloy wire, or red alloy wire, so that we could have this thing active. And hopefully now, oh wait, no, we still have to set these up, don't we? So this retriever is going to pull out empty buckets. I don't know what that button is for. Actually, I kind of do, but not completely. This is going to take out. That was weird. That's right here. Oh, that was my timer. So let's go ahead and replace our timer. And try not to let that happen again. That was kind of weird. Probably just one of those glitches where you fall through the block or whatever. So yeah, that's all set up. Let's go ahead and put these in there and activate our timer. So as you can see, the empty buckets are being pulled out of these, and then full buckets are being put into the machines. And it's just gonna mainly concentrate on the closest inventories for now. But eventually, when all these things are filled, it'll get all of them. But you know, that'll happen eventually. But for now, looks like we're doing alright. Alright. So that's cool, and as you can see, we're getting a little bit of power put into here, and it's just instantly being drained into these machines right here. So, you know, No big deal. We'll deal with that eventually. So cool. We have that, and we're just gonna wait a little bit until we got a whole bunch of energy in our MFE right here. So, let's go ahead and do a few other things while we wait for that to happen, shall we? First things first, we're gonna sleep. That way no creepers blow us up while we're working outside. And then we're gonna go over here, and we have a crap ton of sugar canes. Wow. Let's check on our equivalent exchange room over here. I'm not sure if you guys watched me do this or not, but I added another little collector setup, and we have a good bit of EMC floating around in here. As you can see, I pretty much drained my whole Kleinstar in order to get that other arrangement over there. I'm just gonna suck all this up and probably get one more collector, because I do have one. I have a collector below this, I have it above it, and I have it behind it, and then I have one to the side. So I just need one more, and then I'll be even with everything else. Alright, so it looks like I'm gonna call this the end of the episode. We got a lot done this episode, considering it was I think it's like running up about the 30-minute mark at this point. Oh jeez. Oh no. Oh no. There's a creeper, hold on. I'll just leave him in my house and I'll deal with him later. But anyway, like I said, it's the end of the episode, and we got our auto-smelting / macerating / whatever that is system. Finally got it powered with water mills, which is something that a lot of people think are useless, but as you can see, if you use other mods in conjunction with them, they work pretty well. So while off camera real quick, I'm just going to let our little watermill system build up power into our MFE, and then I'm going to probably go mining for a little bit, since I have nothing else that I could really do at this point. So this has been episode 13. I hope you've enjoyed. Get away! I don't even have a sword in me. Why aren't you taking care of me, stupid thing? Can't go that way. Alright. So it looks like now I have something to do. I'll just have to fix that. So anyways, this has been episode 13 of my Let's Play series. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you join me next time for episode 14, when we finally finish this auto-smelting system thing that we have going here. So, until next time, I'll see ya.